there. So I go, you got to go to one where there's Planet of the Apes, man. We're going to go see Planet of the Apes. So I look on the iPhone app, and it says, okay, take me to this one. And the guy goes, okay. I go, is that in a good neighborhood? He's like, oh, yeah. Guy barely speaks English. He takes us there. We get out, and we're giggling. Oh, we're going to go see Planet of the Apes. We walk into Planet of the Apes. We walked into Africa, dude. We walked in the door, and there was no white people saying the word.
You've already said
Is just like saying
she's calling you
it's like this boy that he's and starts calling them.
I have to start by saying I'm not a fan of cancel culture, the politically correct, or the censorship-prone society that we now live in. But one must legitimately ask the question, did Joe Rogan cross the line? And should he indeed be canceled? However, there's a huge issue with cancel culture, and that is that it is very selective with what and who it cancels or targets. We have had people outraged over cartoon characters, but in turn elect politicians with truly questionable behavior. But back to Joe Rogan, and I'm playing devil's advocate here. You have individuals digging up dirt from over a decade. I believe when people make a concerted effort to dig for information on anybody, they will ultimately find something somewhere that will cast people in a negative light. And that goes for absolutely everyone. Everyone has some skeletons in their closet. Some have more than others, but that's besides the point. If the secrets of everyone were to be exposed and laid bare, I believe any and everybody would be subject to cancellation and open shame. Because no one is perfect, and we all are undeniably and inextricably flawed human beings. But I do feel these things are coming to light as the end result of a witch hunt and an orchestrated attack. Another issue of cancel culture is that extremists seek to cancel people just for having opposing opinions, even if said opinions are not racist or immoral. And I think it is dangerous territory to cancel people simply for having different ideas, whether that be social, political, religious, or the like. But here we are. With that being said, Joe Rogan, being a public figure, should be subject to public scrutiny as well as some form of accountability. And mind you, others have been canceled for far less. I don't know if Rogan is a racist at heart, but he has certainly shown himself to be racially insensitive. I simply believe that Rogan knew better. Him being a man of experience had to have had the social intelligence to know that his language was inappropriate and potentially damaging. Some may argue that his words were used in jest and he was using comedic liberty, but should comedy be allowed to be used as a cloak for one's bigotry? I think not. In some ways, this is reminiscent of Michael Richards, also known as Seinfeld's Kramer, going into a racist rant during one of his stand-ups, or the late Don Imus's disparaging statements regarding Rutgers University's women's basketball team. And most of us are old enough to know how badly these incidents ended. Some may argue that Joe Rogan's words were taken out of context, but regardless of context, I do think Joe Rogan's comfort in uttering racial epithets and referring to a black neighborhood as the Planet of the Apes is a telling sign of the flaws in his character. However, we all have our own distinct flaws to deal with. So should Joe Rogan be canceled? In this instance, I'll have to leave that up to the court of public opinion and the consumer, and simply let the chips fall where they may. Out.